The drop in lodge costs throughout the pandemic has made it a fantastic funding alternative. Hong Kong's assets marketplace has been experiencing a downturn. The executive's initiative to draw international scholars and skill has additionally boosted the call for scholar housing. As highlighted through a contemporary article revealed on Bloomberg, buyers in Hong Kong are discovering a silver lining within the town's assets downturn through buying inns and changing them into scholar housing or condominium gadgets. This development has emerged as costs dropped throughout the pandemic, coinciding with the federal government's efforts to draw international scholars and skill. Firms like AEW Capital Management and PGIM Real Estate were actively obtaining inns in Hong Kong, capitalizing at the present marketplace prerequisites. The decline in assets costs has introduced a novel alternative for buyers to repurpose those houses into profitable scholar dormitories or condominium lodging. Hong Kong, recognized for its top assets costs and restricted dwelling house, has observed a surge in call for inexpensive housing choices, particularly amongst scholars and younger pros. With the federal government's push to draw international scholars and skill, the call for appropriate lodging has additionally intensified. The COVID-19 pandemic has considerably impacted the hospitality trade, with inns experiencing a decline in occupancy charges and income. This has resulted in a lower in lodge valuations, making them sexy funding objectives for the ones taking a look to diversify their portfolios. Investors are spotting the potential for changing inns into scholar housing or condominium gadgets as a method to faucet into the rising call for inexpensive lodging. By repurposing those houses, buyers can cater to the desires of scholars and younger pros whilst additionally capitalizing at the attainable for long-term condominium source of revenue. The article highlights the success acquisition of inns through AEW Capital Management and PGIM Real Estate, showcasing the rising pastime on this funding technique. These corporations are making the most of the present marketplace prerequisites to procure houses at favorable costs, with the possible for important returns one day. The executive's efforts to draw international scholars and skill have additionally bolstered the case for making an investment in lodge conversions. Hong Kong has been actively selling itself as an international schooling hub, providing a variety of instructional methods and scholarship alternatives. This has ended in an inflow of scholars from around the globe, growing a considerable call for scholar housing. Additionally, the call for condominium gadgets has additionally higher as extra pros select to reside within the town. Hong Kong's standing as a monetary and trade hub has attracted a various pool of skill, resulting in a surge in call for appropriate lodging choices. Investors are positive concerning the attainable returns from lodge conversions, because the call for inexpensive housing is anticipated to proceed emerging within the coming years. By repurposing inns into scholar dorms or condominium gadgets, buyers cannot most effective take pleasure in the present marketplace prerequisites but additionally give a contribution to addressing the town's housing demanding situations. In gentle of this data, the valuables downturn in Hong Kong has introduced a chance for buyers to procure inns and convert them into scholar housing or condominium gadgets. Firms like AEW Capital Management and PGIM Real Estate are capitalizing at the present marketplace prerequisites in the federal government's efforts to draw international scholars and skill. By repurposing those houses, buyers can faucet into the rising call for inexpensive lodging and probably reach important returns in the end.